Here's my horror movie tie-in collection. These are all paperbacks. What I've done to ease the description of each book, I've put them all up face forward so I can go through this video really quick. Okay. 30 Days of Night, Eyes of Laura Mars, 2 different copies. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 2 different copies. Dead Ringers, 2 copies. The Legacy, 2 copies. Ghostbusters 2, Ghostbusters 1, Videodrome, I have 2 copies. The Brood, 2 copies. The only difference between these is that one is in better shape than the other. Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and 5. Now, the difference between these 2 copies, one, is that one's in better shape than the other, and 2, you'll look on the spine and you'll see that Joseph Locke, who's the author, one is in yellow font and one is in white font. Thought that's pretty cool. Jason Lives, Willard, 2 different copies of Willard. Prophecy, 2 different copies of The Prophecy. Friday the 13th, Part 3, 3D, which is actually the first of the Friday the 13th to be made into a novel. First of the Friday the 13th movies to be made into a novel. New Nightmare, Scanners. The Howling, I have 2 copies of the movie tie-in, and then I have the copy of the book that was written before the movie was made. The Howling 2, which has nothing to do with Howling 2, the movie. Holocaust 2000. Halloween 3, 2 copies. One's in better shape than the other. Halloween 2. Alien. You'll notice 2 different copies. Special edition. Illustrated edition. Aliens. Grizzly. Dead and Buried. This is a remarkable thing here. You'll notice 2 different front covers. The rest of the book is exactly the same, minus this. This is built into the book cover. It's a seal. And it says, Special A/B Preview Edition for promotional use only. Jaws 2, 2 copies of Demon Seed. Invader from Mars. Making of the movie Jaws. Deliverance. The Fan, 2 copies. Aliens 3. Gremlins 2. Rosemary's Baby, 2 different copies. Abyss. Dressed to Kill. Altered States. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Predator. Psycho 2, which has nothing to do with the movie. I.J. Rose. 12 Monkeys, The Island of Dr. Moreau, really cool cover, cool artwork. And then I have a small collection of Stephen King, so Christine, Carrie, Cujo, Children of the Corn. I have 2 copies of Clairvoyant, The Bride, The Entity, The Sentinel. I have 2 different copies of it. Oh, I didn't notice this until now. 2 different front covers. Cool. The Exorcist. The Blob. Really cool back. Frank Darabont wrote the screenplay. He's now notable for Walking Dead. The Running Man. Lust for a Vampire. In Search of Dracula, which is not necessarily a movie. Poltergeist. 2 different front covers. Poltergeist 2. Here we go. The Omen Part 3. 2 different front covers. The Final Conflict. Armageddon 2000, not made into a movie. The Abomination. Omen 5, not made into a movie. Omen. This is a good thing here. So, I have 2 different covers of this for Damien. Omen 2. This one notably says 6.5 million copies sold. This one says 3.5 million, so there's a difference there. Plus you'll notice the white in Orange Spines, Phobia, The Elephant Man, Twilight Zone, Ruby, The Guardian, Dracula, Frankenstein, The Werewolf of London, Teddy. I have different Amityville books. So this is Amityville: The Final Chapter, Amityville 2: The Possession, The Amityville Horror 2. This copy has nothing to do with the movie. That is based on the movie. Amityville 1 and The Amityville Horror Returns. Next is The Other. I have two different copies of it. Front covers look the same. However, when you flip them over, the back covers are different. Communion, which was made into Alice, Sweet Alice. The Sixth Sense. Cat People. The Hephaestus Plague, which was made into a movie called The Bug from Paramount. Boogeyman. Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker. The Entry. I've yet to actually find the movie anywhere. The Collector, John Fowles. The Beast Within. It was the book written before the movie. Hell House, which was written long after the movie was made. The Swarm. The Crow, City of Angels. Rollerball. Island. Nightwing. Two same copies of The Believers. Razorback. It was made into the movie after this copy. Silence of the Lambs. The Frighteners. Seven. Orca. Monkey Shines. Flatliners. Two different copies of Magic. Both were made after the movie. Alienation. Coma. Two copies of Hounds of Dracula. The Keep. And that's it. I went through all this in 7 minutes. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment. If you're looking to trade for the extra copies that I've mentioned, where the covers do not vary, but such cases as